Gentlemen, we've made it another week.
Good evening.
2 weeks in a row for us.
Mm-hmm. Getting on a good schedule here for another 3 weeks.
Remy, you talk now. Your turn, Remy.
Yeah, it'll be on schedule for 3 more weeks. I agree.
So before we get deep into this, I'd like to just give a quick little round of applause for Hayden Christensen for making his big debut, and James Earl Jones for coming back to voice it. Made me feel at home and welcome. So
it's a combined effort to do Vader because there's also another guy, I don't know his name, that wears the suit.
So what the fuck does Hayden do then?
He was just standing out in the field. That was literally it.
Because there's they have a different guy that just wears the suit for all the scenes.
Oh, all right, well,
maybe not all the scenes, but maybe some of the heavier moving scenes and stuff like that.
He'll do the big battle scene. Hayden will.
Oh, he better.
Okay, so we can dive right into it. I know some of us watched it Wednesday. Some of us watched it today. We'll start with do you want to start with the bad or the good first? Dallas, you were kind of giving me mixed signals when you asked me if I watched it. I couldn't tell if you liked it or if you hated it or if you had things that you weren't.
I've just been kind of keeping my opinion to myself. I don't want other people to have. I don't want to push my opinion so far on other people.
Hey, you paid for Disney Plus, so you are allowed to have an opinion on the show that you are paying.
I was trying to think of what I could relate it to so far about the way it's making me feel, and the only thing that's getting me close, and for a couple reasons, so you got to understand where I'm coming from, is the final season of Game of Thrones. That's the vibe I'm getting from the show right now.
Oh man, I don't know if it's that bad.
Okay, I'm not saying it's that bad.
Okay,
but I'm just saying, for me, it's not living up to the hype so far. It's got time, and I'm worried by the announcement of the possibility of a second season. Is why are we getting a second season? Do they have to right some wrongs that they did this season, and that's what they're worried about?
I feel like the second season should just be the original trilogy, or just watch A New Hope.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of another season.
I would have liked 9 episodes.
Yeah,
9, really well done episodes. But I feel like if this was originally supposed to be a movie, I don't know if 9 episodes could have made it. I feel like that's why they went with 6.
Go on.
I can see why Dallas is saying the Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones crammed their final season into 6 or 8 episodes too. So it's a lot of stuff to cram in 6 45-minute episodes or 47-minute episodes.
So okay, we had Vader basically kick off the episode. Lots of Vader action. How's everybody feeling about it so far? I liked it. I liked,
the only bright spot for me is
his castle.
Yeah,
doing the voice. So
everything with Vader so far is great.
Right.
That scene where he is in his castle and he looks out in the view. A lot of people think he's looking to where they fought and where he got chopped down basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking back to fuel his rage, keep him going.
He just sits there. He's pissed off every day.
Yeah.
He's definitely not showing his full power yet. He's doing everything one-handed.
Right.
Yeah.
With the Inquisitors, in Rebels, they were kind of some bad motherfuckers in Rebels. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But some of the dialogue that they have between them, it kind of gives me
big brother, little brother vibes.
Yeah,
sibling vibes.
Lord Vader said it's my turn for the Xbox.
Yes.
Pretty. Yeah, that meme that you said.
No, this is pre-recorded.
Shout out CJ, Mondo and Magoon.
The fifth brother annoys the absolute shit out of me. He's just that little brother. I'm gonna go tell mom. I'm gonna go tell Mom Vader. that you're not behaving, and you're gonna get in trouble.
When you take the Grand Inquisitor out of the equation, now there's going to be a power struggle for who gets to be, Vader's right-hand man or woman.
Man, I really hope he's not dead.
Wasn't he listed for 5 episodes? I could have swore the actor was listed for 5 episodes.
I didn't bother looking.
I mean, in 1 and 2, and then not in 3. So I guess if he's in 4, 5, 6.
Once Dallas told me that supposedly she's in all 6, I just kind of didn't bother looking up. I don't like Reva. I think she's terrible.
I saw a comment that said the Grand Inquisitor, his species, they have 2 stomachs. We've all probably, a lot of us have seen that. They're saying him getting stabbed in the stomachs is going to make him lose some weight, and he's going to transition into how he looked in Rebels.
Slim down, all over right to his head. We'll finally get Conehead.
I do think it'd be cool if he showed back up. Obviously, Vader knows what really happened, kind of like how Dallas said the other day.
If they did that, I could see Reva getting pissed off.
Yes.
She's got an agenda that we don't know what it is.
I don't know if she's pissed off at Obi-Wan because he told the Jedis not to come back to the temple, that it fell, and then left all the Padawans to fend for themselves, because it's heavily implied that she was the one in the beginning. So maybe she's pissed off, took out all of her, taking her rage out on Obi for letting the Jedis die. Maybe.
Right.
That's my take.
Oh yeah, something's going on. Well, hopefully we start getting more. I don't know. I feel like a lot didn't happen really this episode.
I think with the way it ended this episode, that we might get a little bit of a Reva backstory now.
The next one, start with her.
Hopefully it doesn't take up a whole episode, but maybe 5-10 minutes of the first part of the episode.
Well, yeah, because obviously Obi has to kind of heal.
Yeah,
he's a little burned out. That was badass.
Before we jump into that, after we get done with Vader's castle, we meet Freck. More at species. I do not know his specific name in the Star Wars universe.
So is Seth Rogen the voice of him?
No, that was Zach.
No, Zach Braff.
Scrubs.
The guy from Scrubs.
That was
JD.
That caught me off guard when I read that. I'm like, no shit, because he was listed on the credits and everybody went back and watched. Like, who the fuck could he be? But he had his own little credit part.
Okay.
And then everybody's like, well, he has to be Freck. And then Zach Braff had posted on his IG. He had a little get up that would show his the mouth moving with Freck's mouth type of thing.
I was 100% expecting a hello there when Leia told Ben to say hello.
Apparently, he does not like to do that.
Anytime somebody says hello, I think in the Star Wars universe, I think there is almost immediately through everybody's minds.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody dive into any clues regarding any of the names written on the walls in the little hideout, the little Jedi hideout?
I only know one.
That.
Quinlan Voss.
Okay.
Well,
the only
he
one
says
I know.
that Quinlan was here or something like that.
Yeah. But I remember him from the Clone Wars and who he was.
Right.
Because he actually was dark side. He went dark side for a while.
And as you could visibly see Obi-Wan, as this episode progresses, kind of get little bit of hope and a little bit more hope, kind of learning about the one lady that helps him, that was working with the Empire, and she kind of helps him out, and then then he learns about some of the people that had traveled through there, and then she's kind of informing him there's other Jedi out there, there's other people doing this, and lots of other people are risking their lives to help Jedi younglings and other people, and you could almost see like the guilt on Obi's face, like I've been sitting on my fucking ass not doing anything. But also he's keeping an eye on arguably the most important Jedi. But that all quickly went away when Vader showed up to our little town there.
What was the town called? The planet they were on called again?
I have no fucking clue.
I forgot to write it down.
It began with an M.
He was pretty brutal.
But yeah, he was messing people up for sure.
Snap that kid's neck. Like,
Yeah,
man.
just for no reason.
Disney, they're not. That we saw that stormtrooper get cut in half. Saw that kid get his neck snapped. We saw that lady get her hand cut off. I mean, they're Disney is letting it fly, and I'm all about that.
Yeah.
My brother was over here last night, and I had it kind of playing on in the background, and he hadn't watched any of like episode 1 or 2 yet, but he was kind of watching episode 3, and it got to that scene with the 2 laser gate and where that stormtrooper fell on top of it, and it showed him like getting cut in half. My brother was like, "Oh shit, they got that in there, huh?" Yeah, it caught me off guard the first time I saw it too.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you guys think that we'll hear any more about his family, Obi-Wan's family?
The brother comment?
That was kind of cool.
I didn't dig too much into it, but it caught me off guard when he said that.
What would his brother's name be, do you think?
Fucking
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Ben?
Obi-2.
Joby-Wan Kenobi?
Joby-Wan Kenobi?
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I don't know. I would like to learn more about it, but I don't. Is that Disney going off on their own?
I think that's Disney going off grid for sure.
Maybe the second season is a young Obi getting taken with his parents and then getting trained and what's up, Justin?
What one thing that I did notice, and I'm actually kind of a fan of it, is Deborah Chow, her those continuous scenes that she does. She did one in Book of Boba, and then she's done it a couple times where it's like when Vader was walking up through the town. Basically, it's just one continuous shot. Like it doesn't cut to like a different like angle or anything, but it's like going back through the town, just kind of following with him. And, like there's no music.
Yeah.
And it's just like this ominous feeling. And it's like you get that fear. Like it's like you're almost watching a horror movie. And you got Obi staring out the window at it. And I'm like, they set the tone for that scene really, really well.
Yes.
Felt like
you're sitting there thinking, it's like, okay, is he going to engage? Is he going to take off running? What the fuck is he going to do?
It felt like a Western where he's like walking through the city and he's like waiting for the guy to come out and they'll have a duel.
Waiting for Cobb to pop out. Owen Lars. Can't confirm, don't know.
That is true.
Damn. What's it for the win? Women stormtroopers. The Force is female, CJ. Okay. Not my words, by the way.
But then when like Obi was running from Vader at like the quarry or whatever refinery, that was straight up like horror movie shit. Like Vader would just pop up out of nowhere.
It's like Michael Myers speed when you're looking. He's actually
there, but how is his giant, slow, asthmatic ass with a bunch of lights on his chest able to like sneak around like that?
Bro, he's in his prime. Like
this is like peak Vader right now.
He's gonna be able to move around.
Speaking
there in that same scene, there was a nice throwback where Obi-Wan like hits that vent and shoots all that smoke out. In the original trilogy, I don't remember if it was which movie it was, but Luke does that. He cuts out one of vents like that, and Vader says, "Your master taught you well."
Oh,
yeah, that's
I didn't even catch that or think of that.
Yeah.
Episode.
I thought that was kind of cool.
I think it's episode 6.
Yeah,
when they're fighting in the throne room.
I thought that was a nice little throwback.
The whole like episode, you're sitting there waiting. Is Obi actually going to use the lightsaber? Finally?
Yeah.
So how many more episodes do we need until he's finally got his poop in a group? Like, do you think Obi will get back to where he used to be?
He's got to. How are they going to have a legitimate battle, a legitimate fight with how he is right now?
I just feel like at the pace that he's going, like we're almost going to have like a time skip, like 6 months or something.
Yeah, man.
Something's going to have to happen.
He got his ass whipped.
Yeah, I mean, he got burnt pretty bad.
I mean,
he's going to have some kind of training. Like Quinlan Voss is going to have to show up and help him get his mind right,
get his swagger
back.
Supposedly, that's going to be Ice Cube's kid.
That was another one I've been waiting on, because if you still look up his
O'Shea Jackson, isn't that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look it up under Kenobi, there's still a big question mark by his name.
And he made a point to say, after all the racists came out about Moses Ingram, he made a comment going, "Y'all are gonna shit when you find out who I play." So I mean, he has to be Quinlan Voss. That's the only thing that I would think would piss people off.
A very disgruntled Mace Windu is gonna show up.
That would be hilarious too.
That would really chap Samuel L. Jackson's ass.
If he was just they took my eye. Like, just start bitching about his eye.
I hope there's something big and unexpected that we're not seeing coming, and I in a good way, not some bullshit. But I hope there's something good, some character, something that nobody's expecting, that nobody knows about yet.
Jar Jar.
Yeah, he's playing Jar Jar.
Towards the end of right at the end of that fight scene, when that lady pretty much says Obi-Wan, you can tell like Vader still struggles a little bit with, I don't know if you want to call them feelings or what, because I mean he pretty much just let Obi-Wan go. Like
that, if you were going to ask me what I had a problem with this episode, was that whole ending part where you can't tell me that Vader couldn't force choke Obi-Wan from over
flames
with a fire.
He could use the Force to blow the flames out of the way. Like, come on.
Or grab him and pull him through the flames like he did the first time.
Some people were like, he wanted to let him get away so they could fight another time or something like that. And it's like, no, he's been trying to find him for 10 fucking years.
Yeah. So that's why I kind of tied it into maybe he doesn't, he hasn't seen Obi-Wan since Mustafar. So maybe he's just struggling a little bit. I don't know if I'm just looking way too much into it or what, or if it's just shitty writing.
We're Star Wars fans. We look way too much.
It seems like there's a lot of shitty things that just don't add up to like even a casual fan. Like the one where he has to shoot the laser gate, and it's like you could have just ran around the laser gate, and I see a big gap to the side.
Yeah.
Or we ran into a branch. You could have just gone through the branch or gone around it. There's a lot of weird things so far that are very frustrating.
Yeah, because in that droid just like slowly walks in and picks him up and slowly carries him out of there.
When
like Vader's known for a saber thrower, you can't tell me he can't throw his saber through the fire and
chop the robot
down. The droid down. Like
the scene where they were hiding and the two stormtroopers came into the front part of the hideout right there, and it was just that loader droid, and he's got that hammer behind his back, and I'm like, do it, and it never happened. I'm like, fuck,
that would have been badass.
Would have been cool. Would have kept the tone going. You got stormtroopers getting cut in half. Could have had one bash his head in. We need to have a montage that plays at the beginning of like all the stormtroopers that died in the previous episode.
This is the reason why I'm getting final season of Game of Thrones vibes. I feel like there's so many things we want out of this show that we might not get. I don't know that yet. Like Qui-Gon Jinn as a Force Ghost. Like at this point, I feel like that might be gone. That might not happen.
No, I bet it's going to happen now that he's hurt and going to recover. I bet he's going to talk to Qui-Gon.
I hope he goes into training. I hope he gets his swagger back. I hope he starts communicating with Qui-Gon. Like, let him go to Dagobah for a bit. Run off to Dagobah. Meet up with Yoda. Do a little bit of training. I don't want to talk spoilers.
Hey, it can't be a spoiler if it's not confirmed. So
okay, if
You
I say
have a
this
fan
and
theory.
somebody gets mad, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I don't want any of you guys to get bothered by this either. So there's a huge spoiler going out there that Reva at the end of this show, at the end of this season, is going to have she's going to see Luke. She's going to find Luke on Tatooine, and she's going to have the opportunity to kill Luke. And she doesn't. And Obi-Wan fails to save Luke, but basically she leaves the dark side. That's how this show is supposedly supposed to end.
I mean, if it goes off of everything that we've ever known about Star Wars, the protagonist in the story always turns around.
Yep.
Kylo Ren turned around. Vader at the end of the original trilogy turned around. Even in Battlefront 2's campaign, 2 people left the Empire to fight for the rebellion.
Rogue Squadron. I think that's
Yeah, Rogue Squadron. Yep, and even in the Fallen Order, Trilla eventually she dies, but she turned back to the light before Vader stuck a saber through her chest. But
the only part that bothers me out of all of that is that basically means the show ends on Obi-Wan being a failure.
Know your place, trash.
So that's hard to swallow as a fan. You don't want to see like somebody you admire as a character and like enjoy consistently be a failure. You don't want to see that,
especially for us '90s kids growing up.
But
right?
But did he? But did he fail? Because I mean, Maul figured it out. He did kill Maul to protect the child.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that's Rebels.
Maul's also not Vader, though.
No, but still, I mean, Maul is, I guess, up there as far as Kenobi's nemesis. Well, I guess in Maul's eyes, I don't know if Kenobi really. He kind of probably looks at him like a fucking roach that he's killed 2 times now, and the fucker still comes back around.
How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
Yep.
But Maul was right. If they would have just killed Anakin, none of this would have happened.
Thought he did.
That's true.
Could have pushed him a little farther in, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, I never understood that, why he just walked away. Like, just was like, all right, you're still breathing. I'm just going to walk away.
Disagree, buddy.
I think by that time, everybody knew it, CJ. Like, no one's going in not
Do you
knowing
guys
who
remember,
he
like,
is.
I remember as a kid, like, watching episode 1 and be like, oh my God, that's him. That's Palpatine. Like, you see the senator, you're like,
Yeah.
even though, like, that's probably
secret.
knowledge, like, common knowledge, but as a kid, you thought you had it figured out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's so weird to watch Clone Wars, the animated series, sometimes.
Why?
It's because you know how it all turns out.
Yeah.
Right.
But you just see how close Obi and Anakin were. And I think that's why a lot of us were looking so forward to this show. But ultimately, that might be our demise at the rate we're heading.
Man, I hope they turn it around.
It's not bad. I don't
No,
have
it's not a bad show.
that
No.
many
I think we're
problems.
expecting too much. I think our expectations are higher than they should be.
But
Mine are like medium.
we should have learned our lesson with Boba Fett. That was another character that I felt like the show was so goddamn hyped up, and then we got done watching it, and it was just like, okay,
Cool.
it's a pretty good Mandalorian show.
He wrote a Rancor. Cool.
Like, I don't. That scene was so stupid. Like, if you're going back to your palace, get the fucking slave one.
After all the bullshit they went through
Like,
to get it,
get the slave one and just vaporize all these things.
Yeah.
but we digress. So what do we hope happens in episode 3? Force Ghost Qui-Gon, Cal Kestis.
Something big needs to happen.
I agree.
Like the fight scene, it was cool to see, cool to see it, whatever.
That wasn't even a fight scene to me. That
It was just an ass whooping scene.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like, it's always cool, see the lightsaber ignite with Vader. That was pretty cool, but
There's some
something
good
big needs
visuals
to
with the
happen.
lightsabers, some good effects.
Yeah.
All looked good.
And
You could tell even when Obi was fighting him that he did not look like himself. He looked like he's never held one in his entire life.
Yeah, he was super weak. And then in like one scene, like he kind of grabbed like the saber and he kind of went back like that a little bit, but it didn't last long.
What about the fire dragging scene where he lit the fire up and he started dragging a minute?
That was badass.
I didn't think he was actually going to do it, but then when he actually did it, I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, he is. Vader is angry, to say the least.
I like that though. I like how they're portraying him.
They're not being PG with it.
No, he is pissed off, and he is gonna kill the whole world pretty much.
Which I love it.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, I wonder if Leia will have like something that ties her to the Force in this series. That's a good point, CJ. I was thinking the same thing, but then I thought, no, that just wouldn't add up to the original trilogy.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. She had, and she displayed it throughout the original trilogy. Like, I forget what they called it, but it's kind of like not clairvoyant, but she just had like an intuition that she could tell or
Her intuition
feel
wasn't that
something.
great. She got launched out of a spaceship into space,
but she didn't
survive that.
die. Yeah, I don't understand how that scene was stupid, but I forget what they called that power, but it's basically like a form of clairvoyant where she can tell like what people are feeling, or I don't know, but they say she's been showing signs of it in episode 3. But
can I ask you guys a question? Has there ever been anything like Star Wars that has taken so many different actors, so many different personalities, and made them all one character? Think about how many different Leias we've had. Like, think about different versions of Leia. You know what I mean? You've had like, we're seeing every angle of their life. From child to like her. It's just crazy to think about. You've seen everything with Leia.
It's a 40-year-old series, so
I can't think of anything else like that, though. Where you see every aspect of someone's life, from TV to movie to cartoon.
Star Trek.
How many Batman have we had?
Yeah, I was gonna say Batman, Star Trek.
It's true.
You've seen
every. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool in a way that we get to see, so much of this universe, I guess you could say.
It's endless.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I was saying in the last episode. The importance of R2. Being there at the birth of Leia, and being at the death of it. We're getting a lot of the, kind of fillers like in between movies and whatnot with these shows, and some of it's good information. I was just thinking when CJ asked that question about must have been Rise of Skywalker. I think they had a flashback with Luke training with Leia, like doing Jedi training with Leia. Now, that was during their teenage years, wasn't it? I kind of got that vibe, but that would have been a plot hole from New Hope, because they didn't know.
It was after
Return. They were training on the forest moon of Endor.
Okay.
Yeah, because she had like a force vision that her son was going to die,
and that's
she
when
continued to train, or she'd have to kill her son or something like that, and so she shut herself off from the force.
Which is the new canon, but the original canon on why she quit training was because she had more shades of Anakin towards episode 3. Like, she saw how enticing the dark side was, and she felt that, and it was easier for her to go towards the dark, so she didn't want a part of it, so she kind of shut herself off and stopped her training in the original canons anyway.
I've been feeling that too. I think we're gonna get some shots of the Emperor, hopefully in the next episode. Whether it's just a hologram or something, I feel like we're gonna see something about.
You would think you'd have to see something.
Are you excited for that, Remy?
To see Palpatine? That'd be pretty badass.
Hell yeah.
I saw him at a celebration in Chicago.
Did you get
my girlfriend? My girlfriend at the time got her picture and autograph with him, and I got to like stand right there where they were taking the pictures.
You got to hold her purse.
I did hold her purse because I was not going to spend $140 to meet anyone.
Your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend should be in the club. She sounds cooler. Get her on this podcast.
My ex-girlfriend's a bitch.
Shout out. Well, that's a different podcast, so that's not this one.
Tune in at 12 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah, tune in for that one. I'll tell you some stories.
Oh, it's so funny. I love you.
That was also jumping back into the Ahsoka Tano comment. That was one of the main reasons why I picked up that book this week, because that's basically the timeline of all of this going on right now.
Is the Ahsoka show?
Yeah. Like after she left the Jedi Council and all that stuff, and you learn about when she got the great lightsabers and why and the who, what, when, and where.
Oh, so it's the time. This is the timeline. I thought it was going to be around the Rebels timeline with Ahsoka.
No, it was before Rebels.
Low grades kind of podcast.
Shout out low grades. Shout out.
It
Robert.
was I think she became a mechanic and shit, and lived on a farm with these two girls and their dad. She became like a mechanic and a farmer, and then the Empire came in and like killed the girl's dad, so that pissed her off, and she exhibited her force powers and had to go into hiding again and run away and all that shit.
It's kind of like
I could do without another Jedi in hiding.
That's all we're gonna get from here on out.
What's that?
What would you be doing right now if you survived Order 66?
I'm not. It's a make believe world, man. Like
Star Wars.
Can't we-
Real. Shut your mouth.
Can't we just see like some pissed off Jedi that's going around just wiping out stormtrooper, stormtrooper armies, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. Can't we just see someone like that's pissed off at the way everything went down, and they don't care if they die, they just want to take out as many Empire troops as possible?
The only person I could see doing that is if they ever bring him back would be Mace Windu.
Yes, exactly. My point.
He would straight just be fucking people
Get this
up.
grouchy asshole man that got his arm cut off.
He'll be
Pushed out of a window.
It was force lightning everyone.
Yeah.
So far, that could change. We're keeping our fingers crossed.
You're starting to sound like the Phantom Menace now, CJ.
I am super interested to see if they, maybe not in this series, but if in these stories, if they bring up Jocasta Nu. She was the librarian, right? Wasn't she? The Jedi Temple.
You mean the Sith librarian?
Huh?
Nothing. It's the meme.
Oh.
Yeah, it was in the Clone Wars.
Because in the comics, I read a comic series where she was alive, and she was also one of them that was like helping, keep Jedis or other Force-sensitive children alive, and help moving them around. And Vader tracks her down. There's a scene where she's on a ship with Vader and a bunch of clones, and she tells all these clones that's Anakin Skywalker, and he kills every clone on that ship.
Oh, jeez.
Now that you say that is another reason why a lot of other, people are pissed off with the show.
Yeah, because Reva knows.
It feels like they're kind of just throwing the secret all around, and like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, everybody knows Anakin is Vader, and I guess that does not sit well with a lot of people.
Well, who all knows that other than Reva? Did she say that to anyone else?
Well, I would assume the fifth brother knows.
Yeah, I mean, he was there.
Or Inquisitor knows. I'm sure they all fucking know. Is it confirmed in the show? Probably not. I don't think.
Did you like the background of their base, the water underwater? If you kind of looked in the background, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I never got to that part in Fallen Order, so I don't know how true to the Inquisitor base they're being. Tyrell, you'd have to comment on that one.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
pretty
expect
close.
it to look exactly like it.
It doesn't look. Yeah, it's not going to look exactly like it, but it's
pretty
similar.
close. I've seen like screenshots of each one.
So,
Has the other sister even said a single word?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Got to fight fire with fire. Obi's doing all sorts of things that don't make sense right now.
I mean, yeah, he just has to try to stay alive. He's got nothing
apparently,
else
he
he
learned how
can
to
do.
shoot.
Yeah, actually,
well.
the quick draw shot. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm like, the guy that's not been confident in anything this entire series is confident enough to take a shot that could kill Leia.
Hey,
It was a. Yeah, that's true. I don't
think
see why
we're
he just
gonna-
didn't pull out the lightsaber.
We're gonna get that father-daughter feeling the whole season. It looks
no,
like
you got your wish. Leia got kidnapped at the end of the episode, so the father-daughter duo.
Oh, he's gonna go after it. I'm sure.
They love these like baby Yoda kind of like vibes. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I got to go save the child.
Yeah, it sucks.
Can we get a different kind of story, not just somebody trying to save a kid?
Probably not.
Episode 4. I hope I get a nice message from Dallas on Wednesday night saying that was fucking badass. Can't wait to
Oh.
talk about it.
I won't be staying up till 3 a.m. I had to open on Thursday. I was literally watching it when I was opening the store.
Do you have a plan on all the phones throughout the store?
That would have been awesome. I don't think my boss would have liked that, but
You a Star Trek fan?
who? My boss?
Yeah.
No, heck no.
Okay.
He's a killing deer fan.
Hell yeah, brother.
There wasn't a whole lot to really discuss on this episode. Not a whole lot really happened.
No, it
Beta made
definitely
it.
didn't. We had our bright spots.
Yeah.
Shout out Dallas.
Dude, I try not to be negative. I overhyped it for myself. I do this with things I love.
Everyone
Stop doing it.
overhyped it. You know, all the 90s kids that grew up on the prequels overhyped it.
I'm gonna stay optimistic.
Yes,
Same. I've got
I
faith. I'm not going to be negative.
We said it last week that we've been looking forward to this for a while, and we gotta just sit back and enjoy it.
Star Wars content we've never had before.
Yep.
And if we're all angry at the end of episode 6, then I guess we'll just look forward to Andor.
That looks good.
Something this year's got to be good for Star Wars content. Something.
It's so weird that they all almost always seem to do like a better job with these characters that never really heard of before.
It's because the lore is not as deep. They're allowed to
True.
kind of do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like with Kenobi, they kind of have to stick to certain things, and it, I guess, restricts them, if that's the right word.
I feel like they should take more like.
They didn't have any
group of
books to go
fans
off
and
of,
like
yeah.
have their opinion on shows. Before you release that shit to the public, if you really cared about what fans thought. But
Yeah.
It's Disney. They only care about the almighty dollar.
Oh yeah.
facts.
Fucking
They
mouse.
actually just talked about this, CJ. The ball is in Donald Glover's court.
Yeah, if he wants
Well,
to
there
come
was
back.
going to be a Lando show, wasn't there?
Ready to start working with him, but he is
He's shooting something
Donald
else
Glover
right
has-
now.
Yeah, he said that he's extremely busy right now, and then when he's pretty much caught up, that he's heading to Disney.
It's good negotiation tactics for bigger pay.
Hell yeah.
I think he's doing Atlanta. I don't think that's done yet.
Yeah, but I care about that.
I
We only
love
care
that
about
show.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh man, Atlanta's pretty good.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about,
No,
but
me
I'm
neither.
happy that it's a good show and you're enjoying it.
It's on FX. It's a
You don't
show that he
guy
wrote.
that would watch Atlanta, but I'll take your word for it.
Dude, so good. I like Donald Glover. I'll watch him in anything.
Community.
His dad was the GOAT.
Not related at all.
Yeah, are you sure about that?
Are you talking about Atlanta, CJ?
Look at that. You and Remy can bond over Atlanta. Love it.
Dude, it's such a good show. You really thought Danny Glover was his dad?
He is his dad.
Ooh.
That's his dad.
I'm like 98% positive that's
his dad.
Who is his dad?
I don't think that's right.
Donald Glover, Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, I guarantee you.
He comes from foster family.
Buddy, you're just making stuff up. Maybe you're thinking of the TV show character.
CJ says false noise.
I don't know about that. I thought I saw it that it was his dad, but
Just because they're black and both are named Glover, god damn.
they look exactly alike too. Get out of here. Back to Star Wars. God damn it.
What is the Inquisitor going to do with Leia? Is he going to take her to Vader? Is Vader going to finally meet? You know, we're going to have a daddy-daughter?
He's just
That would fuck with everything though, wouldn't it?
not necessarily. Because he doesn't know Leia's his until episode 6. That's when he gets pissed off and kills the Emperor. When he finally finds out Leia's his. That's another reason why he goes apeshit, not just because he's trying to kill Luke.
Oh, Luke. What do you think Luke's doing on Tatooine right now?
Pretending to race.
He's 10 years old, so
Listening to Uncle Owen bitch about stuff.
Yeah.
probably.
He's cleaning droids right now, buddy.
Yeah. Drinking some blue milk.
Oh yeah.
Put that Spawn #1 down.
Oh, the case is busted.
Oh, yeah, that must be CBCS, huh?
No.
Shout out to UC. They're
Got
awesome.
dropped.
Awesome.
Got dropped and broke. I dropped it.
I bet episode 4 will be good. I bet Dallas will be a happy boy next week.
Episode 4 can't be any worse.
It could be.
It wasn't that bad. Episode 3 wasn't that
Please
bad.
stop. It definitely could be.
I liked episode 3. I liked all the episodes so far.
Dallas, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you put this show at right now? I want to revisit this conversation in 3 weeks.
Currently, I would give it a 6.5.
6.5? Okay. Remy?
I do like a 7.5, 8. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Okay. Tyrell, what are you at?
I'd be around that 7.5. It's got my attention, but something big needs to happen.
Scully.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Whoa.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I really like episode 3.
Buddy, we're just handing out freaking imaginary points like it's nothing.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I really liked Vader running through the town. I liked the continuous shot with him. I thought they did it really well.
Vader definitely saved this episode.
There was some low points with the episode, but you know, I could do a better job directing, so I'm just gonna sit back and just to try and enjoy it. If I get pissed off, I'll turn on A New Hope or Empire, or you know.
Well, obviously Empire.
Cold take. False. Get out of here.
We'll just do a whole episode on Donald Glover next time.
Hell yeah. I'd love to do one about games. I know we keep talking about that. I'd love to cover some games.
That could be the first one once Kenobi's done.
Yeah.
We still have to talk about Fallen Order 2 or whatever the fuck it's called.
I still have to watch that trailer, son of a bitch.
I need to play the first one.
The first one's awesome.
What systems?
I don't know
that you have.
What do you have?
I have the Switch. That's the newest gen I got. Or the
You
newest.
gotta play PS4 or anything like that?
You know what? Shit, my buddy gave me his PS4 because he bought a PS5.
Your buddy Chris?
I got
That's good.
Yeah,
How do
my
we
buddy
not know
Chris.
this? Like, you should have told this already. You could be playing
like
Rocket
it fucking
League, Fortnite.
like it fucking matters, dude. I don't have internet.
You got that mobile hotspot on that phone, boy.
Hey.
And you think I'm gonna run? I do.
Look
You
at
got
mine's
the
turning
data?
right now. You can do
I
it.
probably-
Trust me,
I
I've
probably
done it.
do.
I've been there.
Gay porn hard 7.5. Hell yeah.
Get to the 7.5.
Okay, so halfway through, we'll at the end of episode 6, we'll
Yep. I'm a
Discuss the-
7.58.
7.58. All right.
Who's one really character that you know about that not many casual fans know about that you'd hope to see?
In this series,
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
Jocasta knew, like I said earlier, I think that would be cool.
Do you think she's still alive though?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I know it's
it
only been
wasn't that
10
Vader
years.
comic series that they did, you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
What about Kanan Jarrus?
Just
He
like,
survived Order
he-
66.
he'd be almost like a teenager now, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I
Maybe-
mean, you could be getting into the transition from him going from Caleb Doom to Kanan Jarrus.
Yeah. That'd be a good one. Nice pick.
I
Well,
don't know.
he'd probably be 18.
Yeah, he'd be maybe somewhere between 18 and 23, I would say.
Yeah, because I was gonna say he was probably anywhere between 8 and 12 when he was the Padawan.
So, do anybody you guys know who Sharad Het? I don't know if I'm saying that right. He was in the one of the comic book series. So he was like a Jedi, basically. That was basically a Tusken Raider. almost.
Okay, yep.
So that was they originally, I guess, that this Obi-Wan show was supposed to be. He was supposed to be in this show, but they rewrote it. I don't know if that's true or not. It's not confirmed. It would be cool if he popped up because he's a very interesting character. If you guys ever want to read about him sometime, he's pretty wild.
I want to see the Wookiee. I want to see the Wookiee Padawan
Bad
Jedi.
Batch, right?
Yeah, but I want to see it in real show. Just in Obi-Wan, just pops up out of nowhere.
On a scale of 20.
6.5.
Still 6.5.
I gotta get my dad to watch Rebels and Bad Batch and all that stuff because
Your dad would love. Did he watch Clone Wars animated series?
you remember what was the old original Clone Wars that was
The 2D one.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I remember him watching that. My dad used to watch. Do you remember the Justice League cartoon they did?
Yeah.
He loved that. I remember watching that, so I'm sure he would dig into it. But I
Dude,
just
Jimmy
need to
Dad
tell him,
loose on Clone Wars. Have him do that and then have him go into Rebels.
because he doesn't know any of the stuff I'm talking about right now when he'll listen to this. I'm sure.
Real quick before we go, I never looked at the stuff that Disney the promotion that Disney said watch these episodes.
Yeah.
And I know Dallas mentioned it a couple times with all the Duchess Satine. Does any of you guys have an idea of where we're going with that?
A lot of Death Watch.
A lot of Death Watch. That's the other thing I was going to say. There was a lot of Death Watch and a lot of Satine. So
Everything was Mandalore based.
To get us ready for Kenobi.
I almost feel like they're just
I
doing
didn't
it to get us ready for Mandalorian season 3 more than anything. They're we're just going to troll them a little bit. I don't even know who the hell that is.
How do you not know who that is?
Well, it's not ringing any names off the.
Even I know who that is. It's the little weird.
Yeah.
Got the weird mouth, big mascot head. But Salacious Crumb, we never saw him die. I want to see him back. Let's bring him back.
There's so many goddamn quacking space monkeys flying around there.
What was it the Mandalorian trailer leak that they showed all the species of them in a tree?
Yep.
Yes.
Fucking hyped as hell for it.
I thought of you as soon as I saw that. God, Scully's gonna fucking just freak out when he sees that. First one.
Fucking Salacious B. Crumb origin story. Jabba picking him out.
Oh man,
I'd be so hyped.
This Tales of the Jedi, I'm hyped for, man. I think it's gonna be good.
I don't know a lot about it other than it's animated.
Story, bro. That's exactly what I'm telling. That's perfect for Star Wars. Short stories. Go crazy with it.
Hey, it's gonna be like an anthology, right? Just a collection of just Star Wars.
Yeah.
No.
Did you see that they're making a Visions 2?
Yeah.
Yes. Could we see Watto? Watto's done. Watto's character's not that interesting.
Damn. Shut that down. Sorry, CJ.
I'm just a realist. I gotta keep CJ on a narrow path.
That's good. That's good. That's why we respect you. We hold your opinion higher than everybody else's.
Well, that's what's wrong with your life.
More than mine. You're our Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we're all your little Anakins.
I'm currently Obi-Wan right now in this series, getting my ass kicked.
Maybe that's why we hate Obi right now. We can all relate to him. It's like, stop.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a good night. Getting off here. Go hide out in a cave for the next 10 years.
Hell yeah.
You got a little Jawa that's gonna come visit you.
Steal my shit. Steal my air conditioner.
Yell at
to
you
sell it
about how
back to you.
smelly you are.
I'm clean. I took a shower, buddy. Oh man, I enjoy this shit. I enjoy talking about it because the more you think about it, sometimes you don't know how you really feel about a show till you talk about it with some friends. Honestly,
I was not thinking it was that bad until I hopped on here.
So are you going down?
I'll swing you, okay?
Are you going down to like a 5.56 now? Like, are you lowering
For
it
me?
now that you talked about it? Yeah.
no, I think the show's still got potential, and I don't want to be negative. I'm negative about things a lot, and
Later, CJ. Thank you for watching.
okay, whatever, man. You didn't even stay till the end. What a real friend you are. Just kidding. I love you. I don't want to be negative about this because there's some things I truly enjoy. Like there's some things that got me hyped. Like seeing the start of this episode, I was like ready to jump up and down, you know.
Yeah.
So there's things that are really getting me excited. So I don't want to be totally negative. It's just I get so bothered by just the little stupid ass details, like the laser fence. Like why did that? Don't even show that as a scene. Just show them just skip to the next scene. We don't need to see how they got around the laser fence. It wasn't that hard.
I think it was just the suspense of them being at a roadblock.
That they could literally walk to the side and walk around.
Maybe it's showing that he can't think in the moment clearly right now.
That's what I was thinking as well. Is his intuitiveness is gone.
Yeah, well, he fucked up and he called her Leia on that transport.
He's slipping in his old age.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was concerned to see because Hayden Christensen. I love the dude. He looks way different though than what he did in episode 3. Don't get me wrong. He's aged, and I hate to say it, but he hasn't aged gracefully. He hasn't aged well. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but he just doesn't look the same. In that
He
shot
looks
of
like
him standing out in the desert, he looked good. I was like, damn, that looks good out there.
They probably put a wig on him.
Still, I mean, it looked good.
Agreed.
I just squinted first. I had no fucking clue who that was. Granted, I can't see shit anyways, but I had to go back, pause it.
What was the purpose of that though?
He sees him everywhere.
Sees him everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that he knows he's alive, he's gonna start seeing him everywhere.
They played that over and over again in his head.
Yeah.
Like Reva is living rent free in his head right now. Same.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah. It's still though like somehow Vader has to know that she knows. Somehow.
I think he knows. I think he's just letting her act a fool. Like I think he knows what she's up to and what she's doing. I don't think he's being fooled by her at all.
Like he's giving her the rope
false
to
hope.
hang herself.
Right. Like I think she's gonna come back and act like she did something great. Like, look, I've got the child, and then the Grand Inquisitor is gonna show back up next, right? And he's gonna walk up right behind Vader, and then that's gonna be the oh shit moment.
That would be cool. And then see her get all defensive and fight him.
Or run on,
Just-
fight
just to
get
die.
off, get in a freaking TIE fighter and barely get out.
So okay, nobody else knows then how the Grand Inquisitor died. Reva.
Just what she said. She said Obi-Wan cut him down.
Okay.
But
So
Vader knows.
yeah, that's gonna really throw a wrench in their fucking plans then.
I
When
can
he
see
comes
that.
back.
I could see her getting caught by Vader and the Grand Inquisitor, and she runs off to escape. and thinks, how do I get redemption? And she finds out about Luke and she's going to go get Luke as redemption, you know?
So she's gonna bring
Okay.
Luke and Leia. She has Leia right now.
Right, but she doesn't know that anything special about Leia, you know? All she knows is the senator's daughter. That's it.
We think she has Leia. Leia's pretty elusive.
So how the hell is she gonna find out about Luke then?
Well, she knows or Owen has a family.
Yeah, and they said that she's got one of her powers is like mind reading, you know, things like that. That's how she found out where Obi-Wan was when he was going to the ship.
Okay, so if she did that on Obi, I think that would be the only way that she would ever find out about Luke. There's no way that she would ever go back to Tatooine and corner Owen and be like, "Yo, hey, I think you got a Jedi here. You weren't telling the truth."
There's a lot of possibilities.
That to me, her going and finding Owen to get to Luke is kind of a reach, but if going through Obi is more realistic. But she's gonna have to catch him again now.
Let's all stay up till 4 a.m. on Wednesday.
Fuck it, no.
Anybody down for a 4 a.m. show?
Usually my kid wakes up around that time, and that's when Hunter's come home from work. That's like witching hour around here. So I mean, fuck it, I'll get up and watch it.
I'll get up at 5:30 and watch it. That's when my alarm goes off.
Just call in Thursday.
I will roll out of bed at 7:45 and go to work.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that sounds like boring.
It is boring.
Shout out to work.
Look at this loser with job and responsibilities. Ah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I think we somehow managed to make it an hour. Good job.
Yeah, we nailed it, guys.
We'll do it again next week, and we'll do it again week after.
Hopefully, there's more to talk about.
It helps having a guest or a watcher throwing up questions.
Savior.
Yes, tell your friends.
Jedi Fallen Order 2 is, right? Savior?
Yeah, Jedi.
Yeah.
Is it Savior, Survivor, one of the two?
It's the new season of Survivor. It's like all these Jedis on an island, so you have to like vote them off. You get voted off, you get killed by Vader.
Is it hosted by Jeffrey Probst?
Oh, it's hosted by our own Jeffrey that we love.
Oh, Jefferson. Hopefully there's no fridges.
Shout out, Jeff. Jeff, you come back. We love you.
We miss you, Jeff.
He's busy remodeling his pantry.
Gotta do that shit.
All right, boys.
Till next week. Anybody coming back watching this, we appreciate it. Everybody, CJ, thank you for sticking with us till the end here.
Yeah, and throwing out good topics.
Justin, I don't know if you're still watching. Hunter, I'm sure you're still watching. Shout out to Dallas's dad if you're listening to this on Spotify. Like, you know that you are the only reason that we are trying to get these on Spotify.
Hey, I appreciate
That
it.
is
I
okay.
enjoy listening. I re-listen to them. I enjoy it.
I can't stand the sound of my own voice.
I like it. It's nice and soothing.
All right. Yes, thanks again, everybody. And we will see you again next Friday.
See you guys.
Later.
See ya.